The important thing is that rhinos are under such enormous pressure, and they've been taken out of the wild, and the poaching problem that we've had has been tremendous on the rhinos. Every single rhino is valuable. Every single rhino we need to try and save, because for one we save, two is killed. We decided to get more female rhinos on the reserve. At that stage, we didn't know how far pregnant the one rhino cow was, and Tyson was born about 3 weeks after the translocation of mother, and I think stress in the translocation made her calf maybe a day or two premature. So Tyson got separated from his mother a day after he was born, and security, rhino security rangers notified us and did an amazing job tracking the mother and eventually finding the calf. We had to intervene because he was obviously away from his mother, and she wasn't showing any signs of coming back to him. I could see that he was becoming weaker and weaker and becoming dehydrated. So we had to intervene and made the really tough decision to take Tyson from his mother, and we have to raise him now on our own. It was really not an easy decision, but I think if we didn't intervene that day, that night was also a very cold night, I think he would have died that night.
I've documented everything. I've reported everything from urinating, defecating. It's all been really important information to pass on to Paul. It's basically raising another child in the house. We were up every 2 hours feeding him. Just obviously you can't overfeed them so that they don't colic. So there's many factors involved in that. So when we found him, he was weighing 50 kgs. And so drinking 10% of his body weight at the time. So that was, 400 mils every 2 hours he was on, 500 mils. But within that time, he's obviously grown so much. So every few weeks we up his milk consumption. And at the moment he's sitting, we've just measured him, 86 kgs from the 24th of March.
Picked up 35 kilos, so he's growing. He has become a part of our family. Rhinos, they need interaction, they need companionship really badly. They're social animals, and he's supposed to be with his mom and some other rhinos. Sometimes even they form a group, even if there is a small calf. So the companionship is really important, and that's what we'll have to address in the future as well. The previous one we raised, we joined up first with an eland calf, then a buffalo calf, and eventually with another rhino calf. So we're basically gonna probably follow the same route with Tyson. So at this stage, when he was so small and fragile, he needed the love and the attention, but eventually you don't want to get to a stage where you're handling him anymore, and he's just got to be with his companion and eventually with another rhino so that he learns the way of a rhino, and that's the way you can safely then reintroduce them into the rhino herd on the reserve, so that they are not tame pets. That's not what we need at all. You need to socialize him properly as a rhino.
You still do your daily job. We're a parent of two, all this going around you, and then, still having to commit. It's an absolute 100%, 110% commitment raising a rhino. There's nights where you just like, man, can I do this? But you do, you get it somewhere.
Got a dog as well that he's pretty fond of, and the dog is also an amazing dog that has raised many different orphans. So the kids and the dog, I think,
contribute
to Tyson's companionship that he needs. So yeah, it's been good.
What's your favorite animal?
The rhino.
The rhino. A lot of time, dedication, commitment has gone into raising him. You know, just not even from my side, but from the whole family. It's taken a lot of effort, sacrificing. So it's a big thing actually to release him, but I think that ultimately is our ultimate thing, to see him thriving. That initial release is the moment you're waiting most for. That successfulness of him being wild again and being social amongst his own is the ultimate, definitely.
We are looking at least 2 to 3 years before he'll be ready to be socialized enough to join the rhino herd on the reserve again.
The thing what I keep remembering, he's one of so many out there that need our help and support to survive and conquer the species.